Hey everybody, what's up? It's Gleecon, and hey, I'm gonna try and do great things today on this show called The War of Warcraft. We're gonna this is kind of our last little episode where we do a little light questing, wrap up some things in a nice bow before we take on the very last little dungeon run of Scalaman's tomorrow to end all the Eastern and Western Plaguelands quest lines. So stay a while and listen. We're gonna kick off today's episode by trying to kill the last Barov, Weldon Barov. He's the last living human Barov. I'm going to go ahead and put a few things down here. And we're going to see what happens when we get a buddy on in there. We need him. It's just 3 of us, me and 2 hunters, and we're just going to see how that goes. Maybe good, maybe bad, somewhere in the middle. After that, we're going to run in and turn over Dr. Theolen, Krastinov the Butcher. We already did that on the Alliance, but we'll turn it in for fun. And then we will walk over here and go to Nathanos and turn in the Ramstein quest before walking all the way down here and capturing the final tower for PvP. Then we'll come and turn that one in over here. That'll get this quest off of ours. This gone, this gone. Flesh Does Not Lie is kind of sitting there for us. That'll be gone. And then we're going to switch over to Alliance where we have a couple little things to turn into. So here we are over here. I will additionally go ahead and set off things here. And let's see how this goes. So we're going to try and kite his behind.
I'm out of range.
And we're now tagged for PvP. Okay, I'm going to try to hit him from behind. I'm best. Whoa. I cannot hit this guy. Try and stun him. I'm trying to get some heals and everything going on. Try and heal myself, honestly. Oh no. I do not have any onks. Great. So there goes my awesome life. I instantly died. I forgot I do not have onks. I need to buy those. Hopefully they're better than me. They said go with kiting. I was a little too aggressive, probably, I guess. I don't know. They seem to be alive. We are not doing good damage to him. You'd think maybe the pets could have decent threat. I don't know why the pets can't tank him. I don't think he's really dead. I think he feigned death. Yeah. So maybe I can get back there. No onks for me. I can't believe that I've burned through all my onks. I guess I can believe that. And I mean, we'll see. They might be able to like feign death their way out of it. And guy says help. Assassins have come to kill me. I think rather than kiting him, it would be better maybe if I would have just healed his pets as a tank. They had Growl on? I don't know. I suck though. They had him stunned and maybe they're just running around kiting him right now. I don't know. Shaman, I feel like I'm not good at kiting with the Shaman. Sure, people are really good at it between Earthbind Totem, Frost Shock. I feel like the slow is not good enough. Maybe if I switched over from rank 4 Frost Shock to whatever, something lower. I'm not sure if they killed him, if they're still kiting him. They're not saying anything in chat, probably because it's a little hectic. You can see them over here. Maybe they're relying on their pets. No, I hear some shooting. Yeah, they're still kiting him. There you go. I did a little crappy on that one, but that's okay. All right. So we are now gonna make our way out of here. I guess we have to go actually back to the gate first. Yeah, both their pets are dead. And we're out of here. So that was that was good on them. The two hunters, they definitely were kite masters over there. I just quickly died and made it back just in time to. So I was kind of like the reverse poop sandwich. I was the poop on the top bread and bottom bread, and they were all the meat doing all the work in the middle. We're gonna go turn that in. So we've done. We did do that on another. I don't remember how many we had, but we did do that quest. The Horde version where you go. I mean the Alliance version where you go kill this guy at the Bulwark. We did that one already. Gotta remember to go get some Ankh action on. Next we're gonna go to Winter Spring. So I think once we're done turning in, doing everything we're planning right now, those few things I mentioned, I think we can Hearth and go to Orgrimmar. Yeah, I had a hard time kind of getting a group to even get these three. So, you know, that is what it is. That's part of it too. But all told, not so shabby. Like, tomorrow is a Tuesday, so tomorrow is a day where we will do some Final Fantasy as a little bit of a break. But Wednesday we'll be right back in there. Finishing this chain will... what we just saw was the only thing that is particularly tricky. And what we just saw was... I mean, what we will see is... Skullman's wrapping that up.
Speak quickly.
Secure my fortune in Sharon's spoils.
Now only I hold the power and fortune of House Barov, and keep the change, you filthy animal.
Keep the change, you filthy animal. Little Home Alone. How appropriate for Christmas time. Alexei throws a large bag at you. Well, I mean, Home Alone via whatever other little... There is a guy somewhere around here that is... Maybe it's this person. This, yeah, there you go. I don't want to sell that. Okay. So... we're off to see the wizard. Now we're going to head on through all the way to Nathanos. And that's where we're at. So let's kind of map out what we are going to do on the spreadsheet. We just wrapped on Eastern Plaguelands. No, that counts as a Skullman's. Now, we haven't done the healthy dragon scale, so gotta try to remember to get a piece of that action when we go to do our last Skullman's run Wednesday. Yeah, click that guy out. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm out of here. Then, yeah, so again, what we're going to do right now is turn in... Oh, no. Dang. Oh, no, we didn't pass it yet. I should have done it when I was down there, though. We have to go down to turn in Theolen, whatever. Krastinov the Butcher. And then we have to go across... Back across. So just a little bit of kind of walking around casually now that we are like desensitized to the horrors of the Plaguelands, because we've been doing... I mean, I really don't know how long we've been doing between Eastern and Western Plaguelands. I want to say you take out the... There's a couple days I missed because of work. Take out, like, you know, every week we take out a day for Final Fantasy. So I'm sure this has been at least 3 weeks, so that's at least 5 days removed. So of the multiple times that we have baked in, probably close to a week of missing time, just non-recorded days. We would have spent 14 sessions approximately just questing in these two zones. I think we had to do 3 Scholomance runs already. Maybe 2. Maybe we did 2 so far of Alliance and then 1 Horde. I think I cooked up the preparation for Scholomance as part of the other questing, so I didn't have wasted episodes on that. But that means we did at least 3 Scholomance episodes. We've had at least 1 other episode kind of running between. I ended up having to do 2 Strat Live on Alliance. And then 1 on Horde. So we're looking at 6 episodes there. 7 if you count this one's 8. And then we did 1 Undead each. That's 10 more. So we have done at least 20 episodes. And I do 6 a week. Minus the 2 days. So we are probably coming up on about a month. A month of time between all of Stratholme, Scholomance, Eastern Plaguelands, Western Plaguelands, all that stuff. I'd say about a month of our life was spent in these areas. And before that, we spent a lot of time doing Blackrock Depths and Lower Blackrock Spire. And, you know, I guess if you want to count Burning Steps too. But so there was really... It's been a grind now that we're at the end of the game. There's a lot. We're very, very close, though. We're going to start Winter, Spring a couple days. Just the last zone that released.
Hello, young mistress. I am Ava Sarkov, and this is my husband. I can feel my spirit healing, adventurer. You have done my husband and I a great service, but I am certain there is more. A great weight has been lifted.
But I am certain I actually have ended that. But we did that one. If you want to get the lore on Krastinov, that whole storyline, check it out on another episode. We did that one, that whole chain, and we're going to finish it because that chain goes into Krastinov's Bloody Bag or whatever it's called, which then sends you on a quest to get Kirtonos the Herald. Then you get sent out to find a keepsake. He kind of lets you know that you have to get something, and you go over to Stromgard, and then you have to bring it back, and then they send you into around where Baron Rivendir is, and then you can kind of get it all supercharged, and now that's where we're at right now on the Alliance quest. We have the item needed, ready to go. Then you bring that back, and we're ready to go kill the Lich Ras Frost Whisper. That'll be Wednesdays. For those of you that are Final Fantasy lovers, we're going to start the hunt for the first of the 4 crystals. We've built the game up. We have the ship. We've released our way out of the Inner Sea. I think we're around level 18 or so. The game was originally designed to get you to level 50, but you can definitely get closer to level... I think you can get to level 99 in the version that we're playing, because we're playing the PSP version, so I can do all of the optional dungeons. But still making pretty good progress, and gonna be going after that. Yeah, people just like to grind it. This is one option. You want to be a solo warrior here, you can easily just grind out these guys. Every 20 or whatever minions gives you a minion token, and you get 5 rep per. We are, as you can see here, she's almost halfway through Friendly and Honored. On our Alliance character, we're doing better. We are already Honored, and I think we're 3,000 or 4,000 rep. So it's either a quarter to a third of the way through the rep grind to get to Revered. And we'll probably go Exalted at some point. Why not? I don't know exactly how much better Exalted is, but why the heck not? We will do that at some point. You can't do... I mean, you could do all of the stuff, but it's not worth it. Could do all of the grinding. Because really what it is we're not going to ever really technically 100% do every quest in the game. So first of all, this is just a cached concept. It's not going to happen on this account. Why? Because one, as I kind of started talking about this an episode or two ago, and I've talked about it in the past, you would literally need to do every single one. You'd need to at least start with every class and race combo in the game. Another thing that would really get you would be a lot of the just silly things that are really pointless. A lot of the breadcrumbs. So for instance, usually there's a breadcrumb in every capital city. For quests, for some quests, but also for a lot of class content. So like, let's say you wanted to work on your level 50 class quest. Well, there's going to be a different quest, kind of, for every capital city. So let's say you're a priest and you want to do your level 50 priest quest. There could hypothetically be 3 or 4, like if you're a druid, because sometimes they come right out of Moonglade or something like that. There could be 3 to 4 other breadcrumbs, making you have to go from the capital to a certain spot. So you would need to bring and some of the other ones like priest and rogue. Well, rogue is duplicatable or whatever. All right, so this Dr. Theolen Krastinov the Butcher. Go back a little bit on that one. We did complete that, by the way. Alright, so we're going to go out to Nathanos now. Like, we could really chart it through, but in the very least, you'd have to create one of every combo because of the initial, like, letters. There are class letters at each trainer that open up at level 2. You'd have to do each of those for every class race combo.
Another inept simpleton sent from the Dark Lady to train under a champion. I've sent every one of you back to her in pieces. I don't see why it will be any different this time.
Okay, we already talked to him. Rammstein.
Beware.
After Sylvan has freed me, I hunted the beast across these wastes for months, led to the safety of Stratholm. The bastard.
Embrace the shadow.
And this was the guy that killed Nathanos.
I wondered, did it beg for mercy? Could it know what mercy is?
Nathanos spits.
I will hang this beast's head upon my wall. You have earned a spot amongst one of my champions, Greek soul.
He's a champion too. Nathanos salutes. I don't care about this resistance thing. I'd rather have the ring. It's a 28 ring, 18, 20. My one ring is a 29, 15, 19, 23. It's not as good as either ring that I have. So, all of that work for not really anything special. But it is completing Rammstein. We have now completed Rammstein. Some of the stuff we actually did do. I just didn't turn in a lot of it, so we'll work on that actually soon, like today, on today's episode, because today we're going to split this into maybe the only time I've ever done this on this show. We're going to split and do half Alliance, half Horde, just because I want to wrap it up. Yeah, so you'd have to do that. You'd have to have a druid of each spec, of each faction. But really, yeah, there are those, you'd have to have a priest of every race class combo, because at least taken up until around level 15. But really what will kill you is some of the things that we're seeing now. So there are a couple higher level quests that there are 2 versions of. But doing the way we're doing right now, I could, if I really, really wanted to, have gone and knocked out those. We reviewed them, we just didn't do them because it was annoying to do the second version. And we already, that ship has sailed. We're not doing truly completionists. So one of the things here is this epic armaments of battle and superior armaments of battle. So those quests, there are 4 versions of those quests. And let's just look at for instance, what they are. Now, once you epic armaments of battle. Okay, so there's exalted, revealed, revered, friend. They open up friend here. Okay, so when you look at these, you can purchase the stuff from Quartermaster Miranda. Oh, we gotta be careful here. And there's also the superior armaments. So there's 2 versions. There's 2 sets. There's blues and purples. Ugh, I don't want to necessarily run right through here, but looking to the side. We're gonna see. Running through as a straight. Someone's cleared it a little bit. We're gonna try to. We did okay, not too shabby. Getting through Corinne's crossing like a dum-dum. All right, again, all we're doing is walking our way through here, and then we're gonna be done. We're gonna hearth back and go buy hearth to Orgrimmar and go buy some onks. All right, so the thing is, you need 110 insignia of the Dawn and 110 insignia of the Crusade, and they say, "Greetings, friend. Have you insignias of the Dawn or the Crusade that you'd like to redeem for items of great power?" Cool. "I must warn you, purchase made at a friendly reputation with the Dawn comes with an extremely hefty surcharge. I would advise that you gain a better reputation with the Dawn before moving forward with your plans." So that's 110 of each of the things. That's a lot. Okay, if you were to look at her other quests, we want to look at start. She starts 18 different quests. The chromatic mantle ones are other ones we have not started. So anyway, there's honored. There's epic armaments of battle, armored against the Dawn. I do not know why honored, why there's 2 versions. Now it drops it to 75. It says, "I must warn you, purchase made it honored comes with an extremely." So nothing changes in terms of, the only thing that's changing, even though these are different quests, are that we are now at 75. Then if you are revered amongst the Dawn, the price drops to 45. It says, "I must warn you, they are still quite expensive." So really not that, and 45 is, again, quite expensive, but not that big. And then if you manage to get exalted, it's down to 27. So that's where we are going here. Eventually, we're going to want 27 of each, which is not that bad. Then you look at what you want. So for instance, oh, well, there's a horde bonus from that tank right there. For instance, the Amulet of the Dawn, this is a 26, that's a 31 amulet. My current amulet, just raw stats, is 9, 18, 26, 36. My amulet's actually better. But as a pure healing amulet, the plus 15 to healing that amulet gives is better. However, think I have an amulet. Yeah, you might find one better before then. Plus 18 or 15 or whatever it is. But if I wanted to have pure plus healing, that's maybe better. The bracers is a plus 18 bracers. If I want pure plus to healing, and I care about that, which I don't really super duper, like I'm not min-maxing my plus healing. That one is technically an upgrade for me. The leather bracers, I don't care. That's not a healing one. And the stats are leather, so I don't really super care overall. I'm not going to be grinding out for some leather bracers either. The neck, that's a pretty good, I mean, that's an attack power neck though, and not as good as mine, so I really don't care about that one either. And then this trinket now, that might be cool. And there's maybe more than one version. Alright, so this is where we want to go. We're going to go to PvP here. And we're going to sit here and let this toggle and chill for a minute while we wait and keep hopping back and forth. The gun we can't even use. Now the trinket, your next 5, it only has a 1-minute cooldown. Healing spells cast within 20 seconds. Have a plus 4 up to 75 healing, stacking 5 times. That is a super with a 1-minute cooldown. That's a crazy good trinket. So I could really see, no matter who I am, really wanting that trinket. If you look at this other, it looks like they're basically the same. I don't know why there's 2 versions of Exalted. Now, if you look at the superior armaments, they get to be, if you buy them at the friend level, they cost 30. If you get all the way to Exalted, they only cost 6. So it's going to be 33 total of each type of thing. And I don't even know where we're at. So we will complete them at least once when we get to the vanity level. But I don't super duper care. For this, you could get a pretty solid ring. Just some blues. An 18 slot bag. Not too bad. Is it worth it? I don't know. A pretty good healing helm. A pretty cool healing dagger. That's a pretty nice thing. So there are pretty nice things, but none of them are amazing. Yeah, just grind the mobs. Pretty easy. All right, and that's kind of an example of, for instance, now if you wanted to be a completionist, this is what I more meant. You would have to, at each level of difficulty or reputation, at each level of reputation, you would have to anyone want to help healing Dukes? Who is Dukes? Anyway, so what you'd have to do, now you'd only have to do this on one character, on one faction, but you would have to go through, you'd have to buy both things, you'd have to buy one thing in each on the friendly level. So 110 plus whatever I said, 30 something or whatever. Then you'd have to, so we're talking about 140 something. Then you'd have to buy another piece at the honored level. So you're talking about, I don't know, getting close to 250 of each. Then you'd have to do another at the honor, at the revered level. So whatever, up to 300 plus. And then another. So you're looking at 350 to 400 of each type of these things, which I have one of the Crusade. I probably have more. Yeah, I've got 5, 6 of the Dawn. And we probably have maybe 15 combined on the Alliance account. And you can get a little bit more, but... So that's just ridiculous. And why would you do that? So that's an example of one we just won't do because the quest ID numbers are different. So they are unique quests. You would literally have to do that. And maybe I would, but not here. They don't do things quite like that nowadays. So I would, if that existed, I would maybe consider doing it on retail. And then, again, that would be part of a vanity project. I would just grind that out. Now, we still have the door open if we really, really, really wanted to do that path. So if you think it would be so cool to be a true completionist and really complete every single quest in the game, I don't even know if you could. I'm trying to think, how could you grind out 110 of those scourge things? Of those, I guess, without getting past friendly. Is it even possible? Let's look that up. I want to see that. With friendly. Yeah, see, it says, like, for instance, a trinket is unique. You cannot have two of those. That's the only one. You just can't stack trinket. That's fine. That makes sense. I wouldn't have even expected to. I don't know. If we really did the math, I'm not sure unless you bought... But every time you turn those in, you get rep. Even if it's 25, if you needed 110, I don't think you... There we go. I don't mathematically think you can get there. I don't think you could get enough stuff. Yeah, now we can fly.
See you
We need to
later.
fly back here, so we gotta fly to Eastwall.
Good day to you. Safe travel.
Let's turn PvP off. Alright, so as soon as we turn this in, we are 100% wrapped up here. I have one stinking plague sample we need. I may or may not keep that. I don't know. I might just eventually toss that. Alright, let's go ahead and... So anyway, yeah, mathematically, I don't even know if you could technically do Friend of the Dawn. Can you actually do... Can you mathematically complete the epic armaments of battle at friendly? I want to see if anybody says this. AI is dumb. Yeah, because it says, okay, well, you could get, like, you could get Dark Iron scraps, for instance. So, you can grind the heck out of those without ever getting to any reputation. However, each batch that you turned in, and you would have to turn in 220 batches to get the combined resources that you needed. Well, every one, I think, is 25 rep. So, 220. And the journey from neutral to friendly is, I think, 3,000. Let's see. Where's somebody that I'm only neutral with? Yeah. So, if it was 10 rep per turn in, and I'm fairly certain it's not, fairly certain it's at least 25, then you could get there. But anything above 10 rep per, and I'm pretty sure these are soulbound. Yeah, so you can't trade them. Unless those writs, like the writ of safe passage gives you 10, and I'm pretty sure you can turn that in for either one. Right? You get... That's the first time. Bone fragments is going to be similar. You get 10. Okay, so you only get 10. But you get 200 the first time. Oh man, that's really cutting it close. I don't know if you could. Alright, we're going to turn in this Bolstering Our Defenses.
This is good news, adventurer. It will be a constant struggle here in the Plaguelands until we have fully driven back the forces of the Alliance. Until that day, I hope that we will have your continued assistance.
Sure. Alright, so what did we get for that? Just a couple gold. Hooray on us. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and hearth out of here. We're done with Horde out here in the area. Yeah, so I don't know that it's mathematically possible. Oh, but you'd start at neutral. It is. Because you could start at neutral. There we go. Okay. That's... And also, I might have just screwed the... Friendly is a 6,000 journey. Okay, you could. Alright, alright, alright. Little this Christmas stuff available, but we don't need that. We've done that already. We're only here because I want to do a little repair and I want to grab some Ankh. And I think there's some right here at the general store. I think I can buy. Maybe not. Maybe I can only buy arrows there.
Cobra.
What are you looking for?
Yeah, I must be remembering from when I played my hunter. I would go there to get my arrows in between runs. Alright, so we're going to get our Ankh here, and then we're going to switch over to Alliance. I'm actually going to show you one thing, too. We're going to just pop over for a sec on onto my alt, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm also doing. I've set up a camp location for Lord Kazakh. I don't know when he spawns. I never hear people talking about him, but I would love. He's part of our future now, and I believe I've heard anywhere from a 12-hour to a 2.5-hour spawn timer. It doesn't seem like it's very common. I've heard. I can't pin anything down. It seems somewhat erratic. I've put it in broadcast and channel a little bit here and there, and I have not heard anybody that can give me any honest feedback.
What do you need? Victory.
Yes, please, can I buy some Ankhs? Let's sell those. I'm putting those up there. Alright, now I want more. Oh. Well, I have 2 stacks of Ankhs now. Bummer. I don't like that. Alright, so first we're going to log out. And I'm going to take you to my Momken character. Very rarely have we popped on with her, but she is a level 60 alt that I have. This is the Plaguelands Tainted Scar. So I guess he spawns somewhere around here. I don't 100% know. I'm going to do more extensive. This is in Plaguelands down over here. I've heard some that show him here. I've seen some that say he spawns about right here. You can see there are a bunch of Dreadlords here, which is promising, and the crater is promising. But I don't 100% know where he spawns. I have seen some videos that show it right around there. He looks like a... I don't know what this guy's doing. Old Bruce Willis with his orange tiger. I'm gonna ask him if he knows. Oh, we got some people camping him. This guy too. I guess they're just randomly posted in case he does. That guy ignored me. But he just logged out too. So they just must be just like me. People that are posted up in case he spawns. Just keeping an eye out for him. They ignored me. And yeah, I don't know what the deal is, so you just keep an eye in case he spawns. That's all I'm gonna do too. I was over here earlier and didn't see him. But just something that we'll do, I guess. What is the Dukes? 1 DPS for the Dukes. Compensation for helper. So anyway, that's part of our life now here, is we're going to be trying to join in on this. I don't know. I should have looked and seen what that guy was, but again, maybe they're up, maybe he's up there, maybe he's up there. I just don't know what to do about that. What we're going to do with these level 62 elites out here. So an interesting thing that we're going to have in our life. Alright, so now we're going to pop back over to our Alliance character. Where are we at on some of our spreadsheet type stuff? Alright, Eastern Plaguelands is done because we just did Bolstering Our Defenses. That's all done. Boom, boom. That was the last quest. I don't know why I didn't have that set up better. Okay. And these two we're going to move over to the Vanity Project. Let's go ahead and end game Vanity. Bam, bam. I'll put some stuff there so we can go ahead and check those boxes. These things too. Vanity if we ever get any. Cool. This is just grind. Farm. It's just a farm. There's nothing special about it. We just have to farm those particular mats. But there's no real worth it. Like there's nothing, whatever, a couple tokens, you know? We can get from a lot of different other things. Alright, so we're hiding out here. What do we need to do here? Well, first things first, let's go turn in some of our quests in the Lighthope Chapel. So we need to turn in Menethil's gift. Pretty sure we turn that in here. Yep. And we can turn in the active agent. We can also turn in Above and Beyond. Somewhere. Don't remember where Above and Beyond. Somewhere around here. A lot of these are... Yeah, it is there. Oh, Above and Beyond it says is... Oh yeah, it's all there. So all three of those are there. And one of those is going to allow us to keep on continuing the... Kel'Thuzad quest line, and that's the whole point of today. Get that turned in. We're gonna repair while we're down there, sell some of our stuff. We did get, yeah, that, which can go in the bag. So yeah, I'm not really sure. Now, as far as Lord Kazakh goes, I'd like to do Lord Kazakh. I am gonna try, but I'm gonna camp that, like I said. But that is what it is. Lord Kazakh is a world boss. He is not tied to a quest. He was deleted from the game and replaced with some other dude when Burning Crusade came out, and he was moved into the Outland and his name was slightly changed. He can be defeated with anywhere from 20 to 40 guys. I think he was originally considered to be like a 40-person raid boss, but with as OP as everybody is now, all the gear that came out since, I think, you know, any 20 plus could handle him. He does have, from what I have read, some interesting features, such as if he kills anybody in the raid, he gains a ton of life, and if he oh, here's another one. This guy, I don't see him. We're gonna camp him eventually too. If he if you lose all your mana, something bad happens.
What can I do for you?
He does an explosion,
See you around.
crap like that. All right. What's this guy do? Okay, here's. I think this is the Dark
What is
Iron.
the Brotherhood of the Light? Well,
All right, so here we go with Menethil's gift.
What is it? Farewell.
Leonid shudders because this is the Kel'Thuzad line.
As the soul clung to the keepsake, so shall it cling to the physical form of Wrath's Frost Whisper. Return to Marduk with the keepsake, adventurer. He will instruct you in its use.
Okay, so we are going to have to make our way back over to that guy. So we just completed Menethil's gift, and he gave us Soulbound Keepsake. Cool. So, yeah, boom, boom. Completed that, picked that one up. No worries. Got a couple more over here before we head over. The active agent.
Good day to you. Be seeing you.
We're on the verge of discovering what this new active plague agent may be.
Astonishing! This will take months to dissect and analyze. The Argent
Love
Dawn
it.
thanks you for your efforts, adventurer. With our blessing, take your pick between either this Seal of the Dawn or this Rune of the Dawn. You can use either of them instead of a standard Argent Dawn commission to collect Scourge Stones on our behalf. Should you lose yours, speak with me and I'll get you a replacement.
So not that great of a trinket. It just replaces... It allows Scourge Stones. Now we don't need this because you can get those for free. This just allows you to get your items. Now we get plus 81 undead attack power, and you could have done it with magic, but who cares about that too. So there you go. We've got the Seal of the Dawn. So that was the. So it's worth it for that because that's actually kind of cool. Kind of cool to now get somewhat of a buff as we hunt through the lands. Okay. And then Lord... What is this?
what can I do for you?
What is Lord Maxwell Tyrosus? Oh, that's probably right now. Here you go. Let's first of all, minion Scourge Stones. We do have some we can turn in.
Congratulations, adventurer.
Great.
I am pleased to award you with an Argent Dawn Valor token.
By the way, we're up to
tokens serve two
3,300
purposes.
invaders.
One, they can be used to further your
Good.
standing within the Argent Dawn. To do so may avail you options and rewards that are reserved for our honored and revered allies. 2, they can be given to our quartermaster.
All right, so we were able to get 4. So another 110
Decide. Know that you are earning your commission.
rep just from
Well
turning
done.
those in.
Congratulations, adventurer.
Plus
I'm
the
pleased
quest
to award
itself.
you with an Argent Dawn Valor. Congratulations,
Okay.
adventurer.
All right, and then above and beyond.
Be careful.
The Baron has slain more people than you have most likely seen in your lifetime.
It has been many years since I have ushered a champion into our ranks. You are the first to be granted audience with Lord Maxwell in years.
Great. Okay, he will give us the quest, Lord Maxwell Tyrosus.
I am about to bestow a great honor upon you, adventurer. Lord Maxwell wishes to reward you for your service to the Argent Dawn. It has been years since Maxwell has granted audience to outsiders.
Awesome. All right, so we are now... We just turned in above and beyond and picked up Maxwell Tyrosus. We need a few more of these. So just turn that in, pick that up. And now we get to walk in here and talk to this dude 5 feet away. A Lady Gleekon special.
You are a worthy ally, adventurer.
Thanks.
You shall reap the rewards of your stalwart dedication. Through
Cool.
the years, the Argent Hold has remained locked. None have been worthy to reach inside and take from it the power of the Argent Dawn. Until today, the Argent Hold is now open to you, adventurer. Be careful.
Awesome, but all three things suck. This is the Argent Hold. Whoa! Get the Argent Avenger, pretty strong one-handed sword, but not good for my healing spec. Pretty decent shield, but it's nothing to do with us, and a staff which I can't use. Just gold. It did give us some decent rep though from doing those. We're almost up to 4,000, so now we are about, oh, out of 12, yeah, so we're about a third of the way through. Maxwell Tyrosus is done, and we picked up and completed the Argent Hold. So there's the Soulbound Keepsake, and then that's going to open another one, so that's about it. All right, so let's sell off a little bit of our stuff here, and then go walk down and turn in our last one, the Soulbound Keepsake, to set us up for the next quest, and then we're done for today. So all that.
Master craftsman Omarion just vanished one night.
Don't need that. Gotta sell that. That I'll save to put away.
Bah. Now I'm the only one left to craft the goods for the boys on the front lines.
Definitely need that. Those are useful. We need that for this quest. I was saving that. The shield. What am I gonna do with that shield? I don't care about that. That can be sold. Just scanning to make sure I don't have. This necklace is a 15-20 neck. Not as good as mine. Okay. Don't care. No, can't use. Two-handed axe. Not even close to as good as mine. I don't have any other life potions, so I might as well keep that. What do I need this silk for? Yeah, I mean, that's pretty... I'm going to sell this. This is getting pretty weak on the potions. Alright. A couple key rings left, but they might be the only keys in the game.
They're good.
Left. I think they probably don't ever want you to not be able to get the key, so... Alright, pretty good there. We gotta fly over now to...
Where would you
Chilwyn?
like to fly to?
Safe travels.
Yeah, so I don't know. I got some pretty like, I wonder if I'd have to check out Discord and see... Like, I don't know how I'm gonna get Lord Kazakh in there. What's going on? I went to find out what was going on, and I was gonna look and see, like, hey, do I need to look at Discord or something? And I walked into an insane family group chat where it was a very, like, a storm of combination of people who didn't realize they were in a group chat and thought they were privately texting one another in a big group chat where certain factions of the family have beef with other factions, combined with people that are obviously in their cups right now and typing foolishly, and also having some major weird typos. And then my wife, like, texting me on this line independently, like, are you intentionally staying out of this hot mess? Or what? One of my sister keeps writing, instead of, she's talking about, like, going to hibachi, like a hibachi restaurant, but she keeps typing in habchi in the chat, and so my wife is, like, roasting her for Habshi. She's like, are you trying to stay out of all the drama, or are you just so distracted by how hungry you're getting for Hadchi? So that was a nice little, I go down to look and see, no, but what I was gonna, the whole reason I picked up the phone is I was gonna look to see, maybe I need to look at Discord. I don't know, because I never see any groups advertising it. You would imagine, because he drops pretty good loot, that there's some neat stuff from Duke Kazakh, Lord Kazakh, as well as from other guys, like Lord Azrikos, whatever his name is, and yet just now when we went and looked, there were a couple people that had just popped in. So there does seem to be some kind of appetite for it. I did look at this one old chart and it did say it's the timer, his spawn timer is tied into the last time he was killed. How long has this episode been? I don't know. I felt like it was like going to be a short one today, but maybe I've screwed around with you guys long episode time. I don't know. This is kind of what Warcraft really, in reality, this is actually a real like snapshot of what playing classic WoW is like. It's just like, I'm kind of just like 62% tuned in, really just chatting with my buddies, aka you guys. Whether that's weird, no, we're not even at an hour. And then time just passes and I'm like, man, how long have I been sitting here? I mean, I did have to spend like 20 minutes getting those couple hunters to join me for Barov, but... Alright, we're gonna go turn this thing so that we can be... I do need healthy dragon scale also, so we technically have 2 quests we're gonna need to complete. Again, though, if I don't get a healthy dragon scale, I'm not gonna go do Scholomance again just for that. I will probably be in our epic quest needing to run back to Scholomance anyway, so... we'll have another crack at it. It's not the end of the world if we don't get this. Alright, I think I gotta put that trinket on. This little thing. Yeah, where you at? Yeah.
Some were spared the anguish that memories provide.
Have you done the impossible?
Yeah, man.
I was certain that you would be joining me as another hapless...
I'm goated.
There is but one task remaining, adventurer. Confront the Lich, Ras Frostwhisper, in his lair. Use the power of the Keepsake against the beast. Be unrelenting in your actions. Weather the blows that the flailing beast will surely bring down upon you. Do not give in to the pain. When the ritual is complete, Raz will be mortal once more. It is at that point that he must be slain. Strike him down and take his human head.
So we're gonna turn him back mortal, kill him, and take his head. And that will allow us to pick up the Warblade of Caradero, which that might actually be better for us. It's gonna be close. Plus 1 to 22 frost damage. So if that's factored into the straight DPS 57.4, that's like a 44 point increase. 28, 32. Yeah. I think that the pure DPS ability of this Warblade is going to be worth it. I don't care about that crown. I don't care about the shield. I definitely don't care about the dagger. I think I would be switching over to that. What's it look like? I mean, it just looks like it's not as cool as my sword, but it's just pretty cool. Plus, it signifies that we did that chain, which that's cool. All right, guys. I probably should have accepted
There is
it.
but one task remaining.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and hearth right now, so that when I'm getting a group tomorrow or in 2 days, I can put some of this stuff in my bank, and I can.
The flailing beast will surely bring down upon you. Do not give in to the pain. When the ritual is complete, Raz will be mortal
Also,
once more.
yeah, put some stuff in the bank.
That he must be slain.
And
strike him down and take his human head.
I will take his human head. You stop talking to me. And yeah. Put some stuff in the bank and turn in some rune cloth while we recruit a party in 2 days. Thanks everybody for watching, listening, and tuning in. You are all awesome, and I will see all of you on the next episode of Lore of Warcraft. This one's in the pipe 5x5.